Hello, welcome back to Satisfactory. This is Maker Gaming, and yeah, we're back in our Let's Play. We've been out for 2 weeks. I apologize for that. Um, there is a reason, but during those 2 weeks, I've kind of just been running around doing a little bit of upkeep, um, just fixing different areas slightly, making them slightly better. Like this is, the second to first, the second base that I made in the game really early on, and so everything's real temporary. All these belts. So that's existed for a while. That bridge with all the belts in it, but I added these two offline, and the plan is to take all of these belts and just clean up this area. Like all these belts and all these, man, these don't. A lot of these don't even go anywhere. Uh, So yeah, I did some stuff to Spire Coast, small stuff. Um, Also at the aluminum docks, getting closer to finishing those. So I just thought, but yeah, so I figured I'd just do a few minutes on each of those kind of things because, yeah, I spent the past 2 weeks working in Woodro's world from the faction and the Fix It faction, sorry, and he does the SatChat series, which also the last one that just came out was about Xero, also in the faction. And so because of that, I've been real behind in my real world. I've been building my project for his world, which will be out in a couple weeks. And that was awesome. But I got a little bit obsessed and ignored my real world for a while. Oh, I also turned off the lighting controls breaker right there for the AI limiters, so it only has one of the pink lights inside, not the 6 or 7 that were going since I built it, and my performance of my computers are running a lot better around this area. So we'll leave it like that for now. And I'm going to start cleaning up these wires a little bit. Thanks for watching. I think for wiring, I can connect to the bottom, right? I believe I can. Let's check. Oh, and I've left them for a long time, but I killed the hatchers in this lake. They were taking me out when I built this little bridge. Alright, so we want to see if power connects to the top. That is exactly what I wanted. I don't know how far I want to go. I don't want to go the max. Maybe 1, 2, 3, let's say 4. So yeah, I like this for power. This will be cleaner. We'll get it going through these belt bridges wherever we can. We want this straight. Well, that's not centered. What's going on here? It's just missing. See, that's the kind of craftsmanship I'm talking about here. We gotta fix all this up. Unacceptable. We're gonna need belts and power through down this way too, so I think I'm just gonna make this bridge, keep extending it in different directions. And I still don't want to kill him, as annoying he's about to be for all this. I'm thinking one more long ways and then maybe one coming off that also. So I'm gonna do some time lapse. Mute myself. See you in a little bit. Okay, so now we have a section of area. Okay, so now we have a section of the delta that's basically cleared out, except for the wiring. So now I'm just going along and running all power off a direct line from these bridges. And then we're doing the same thing for all the wild belts. Anywhere we see them. Alright, I think I'm basically done for now. This part's still messy, but that was the very original. And that is just me transferring all the resources from all those temporary machines I had there, just making extra copper items for us. Added just a little beam detail on the ends of each of these, most of them. Added some different designs on the sides, got rid of all the wires, got rid of all the belts. Moved that hypertube a little just so it was exact center going into this little side piece. Ran all the belts that I needed to straighter coming out of these bridges. And yeah, I think we made this, it looks a lot better now. I think we took it from like a D- to like a C+. I'll take it. The only one that's kind of still wonky around here is this one. And I don't really have a way to get it from here to there. I did have a thought though, maybe we can at least put it on some wall mounts. If I can get that in a little farther. This would actually be the wrong height if we want it to be even, and we might as well make it even. That looks correct. Actually, let's just do it straight all the way across. That'd be the smart move, right? That's actually not a bad spot. Alright, I think we wanted to connect, what, on the first? Yeah, actually up here, so that might work. We gotta think about how it wraps around all this. Alright, we'll probably just stick with that regardless. Did we miss all of them? How annoying. Those aren't quite level, but they're all level here. Count it. Yeah, I think that looks better. Looks more purposeful. Nice. Right off the ground. That looks better. I know it does. Maybe we're like a B- now. If that's what's powering my manufacturer, it looks like it is. We don't like that. We never finished the fan on this side, but that's not happening right now. We are taking you. Actually, I went and got a bunch of slugs. See if that's worth showing. Montage here. Alright. That was the point, to get rid of all the excess wires and all the excess belts. I think we can say that's accomplished. It's mostly clean. I still have to come up with a better entrance there. But we can move on. Did we already show the montage? Yeah, let's move into some more housekeeping. Alright, so I put it in a random file of things I built offline. This is just... got rid of those. This is just the steel depot. It's a very simple building. It's got 3 containers, each collecting those from the train we set up in the last episode. And excess comes into here. And that's it. Little 1-story building. Everything's up here. Smart splitters with overflow and then each item. I had a problem. A lot of stuff was coming out here, but it's because I had a higher belt speed through the main than I did going into each container. So I had, you know, 180 or 270 steel coming through, but only 120 could get up here. So that's been fixed. Otherwise, nothing to mention here. We'll probably fix up a train station sometime soon. But I am just at a place where I don't... I mean, really, I should go finish the docks. That's not a bad look. Just rotate them all 3. Get a little window wall. You can't really see any detail because it's black, so let's see if we lightened it up. Could you see a shadow? Yes, it's definitely more noticeable. Also, I like this tree in front of it, the little mini tree. The big tree in the back. Alright, so at some point I decided to move over here to the oil build, and yeah, I got distracted and I started building this circular hallway instead. And so to make those arcs, I made the template above the cliff so that you could access the center point, and then just dragged them all down. Tree is on pause for now. I worked on it a little bit, and it got to the point where the pipes are having a tough time laying down in the middle trunk. There's a lot going on in there, so that's on hold. What I really noticed just recently is the power is not great. So I was actually on battery backup, and I haven't been playing with my mic on or with my sound on, so I didn't even notice that we had a drop. So yeah, my power's not good enough. I got these going. These weren't even running because I had messed up a pump when I was fixing up down there. So we have enough for now, but we really need to maximize everything coming out of that building. Even if it's just temporary fuel generators, probably out here in this field until the world tree is ready, which is who knows when that is. That's the frame back there. And then yeah, steel. We got plenty of steel over here now. It's coming into our steel depot. So yeah, we need more power. Temporary placement. Steel depot. I just like that route, so I just laid a train line because I like going between these trees. I love these trees. Speaking of, those that remember this was just kind of vaguely laid out. It still is, but I added more of the refineries that need to go there. Added that back. Finished the walls. Ran the train track straight. It's always almost hitting me. And then I lit up this tree, blue and red. That looks good. This will trail out to something, whatever we need. I was just trying to clean up all my spaces. This is the result of that for here. This line's not going to work anymore because of these rocks. So we're going to take them up after this. Just go center line above the train. All these fit well in terms of the train passing through them. That's kind of it for this side of the canyon. We already covered the other side of the canyon. So let's just check in with the docks and call it. You know what? That's another thing I built. I built offline. I want more hyper cannons, so I'm building them where I think. And this one's got kind of a cool little, I don't know, some sort of structure, right? Couple random lights, couple random angles. Looks good enough. Oh, this thing might have been, I don't know which tube it is. I have a hyper tube somewhere. It might be this one, just in case. Just drop that to a 2. I have a hyper cannon somewhere in this map that just kills me. That might have been this one with that ramp. Let's try it with this Mark II. That looks okay. I want to get us over to the Spire Coast. We got a lot of work to do over here, but I did just want to show, pop it up here, a picture previously. Oh, so close to landing. I missed it. Oh, thought there was more water there. So anyways, when I started the game, my main way before jetpacks was this way, using a hyper tube across a giant bridge, shown here. So yeah, that's another thing I did. I deleted all of that bridge. So yeah, no random obstruction here, which I like. Makes me want to kind of get rid of these other grid markers I'd put down a year ago that I didn't do anything with. But I have been looking around all the different places on the map because we can't get around it. We need more power. We need more power before we get to the world tree. So I did consider putting some over here. That's one of the reasons I was over here. But ultimately decided with that island that it would just be easier to put the temporary ones up in the desert, into the valley. So that's that. I think that's the last section that I did any sort of work on. Oh, and then this guy up here. This used to be a cool hangout. Now it's a nuclear hog zone. Guy almost took me out. And yeah, I still like having the off-angle buildings, but without all the crazy belts and wiring, this is looking a little bit cleaner. Mission accomplished. Alright, I think I should end this, so let's go back over what all... Well, I don't know what all I talked about, because this is just kind of putting together the things I've done over the week, but the past few weeks. But if I didn't show any of the docks, I did do a lot of work on the docks. So I did 3 stacked pipes down the middle here. I hated it, how it looked, so I eventually just settled for the 2 lines with the 600 cubic meter pipes. Yeah, and then I routed both of the coal and the bauxite I needed from far away. I started taking this base apart. I didn't finish it. It's not bothering anybody. We have the perfect amounts coming out that we need for coal and bauxite and water here, and that kickstarts our system. We have these splitting out. It's not the prettiest, but man, you should sell the first version. It was a lot worse. But yeah, those are coming in here as seen, and then the 4 combining to this pipe and going out that way with the alumina solution to the next step, and all the silicas collected in this line underneath the pipe for the next step as well. Those both go down here, under here. Again, not perfect, but the first version was hideous. We've spruced this building up a little bit. I kind of like it. And it's got our alumina solution coming out to this build, which is collecting it with the coal. We've got that set up, so we now have the water coming out back into these 2 machines. And so to finish this build, really all we need to do is run the limestone line to there, and then run the quartz from New Titan Forest raw materials to this truck route, get them quartz crystal constructed there, loop them into here, and that'll finish our product. And that'll finish our product here, and then we can push that out back to the Titan tree. Man, that was a lot. Sorry, but that's what I did over here, and I don't think I'm going to show much of it because, I mean, it was just a couple trial and errors, but it's almost working. It's almost working, guys. Yeah, I got something really cool coming up with Woodro. I don't know how long it's, probably 2-3 weeks out still. But that kind of took up a lot of my time recently, and then just life stuff. A lot of work, a lot of kids stuff. So we're getting back into this. Stay tuned, man. Next couple weeks, I should have something drop pretty cool. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Okay, now this next part would be before all that.